Files. We are awaiting what's being touted as the largest release of files related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The classified files being released a few hours from now, a little more than a month after the FBI said it discovered thousands of never-before-seen records. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbrin.
The Trump administration is set to release 80,000 pages of unredacted files on the JFK assassination.
We have a tremendous amount of paper. You've got a lot of reading. I don't believe we're going to redact anything. I said, just don't redact. You can't redact.
99% of the JFK documents have already been released, but thousands of files remain partially or fully withheld.
What remains is about 4,400 documents from a variety of federal agencies, primarily the CIA, that still contain some redactions, ranging from a word to a paragraph to a page to the whole document.
The president did not provide specifics on what could be learned, but called the documents very interesting.
They've been waiting for that for decades. Then I said during the campaign I'd do it, and I'm a man of my word.
Trump made the same promise during his first term, but ultimately withheld some documents citing intelligence concerns. Lee Harvey Oswald was identified as the sole gunman in the assassination, but conspiracy theories persist, with some claiming a government cover-up.
The JFK files are being released today. The first question that I asked about this release is, will it be unredacted, as was promised by the president? The cards that I got. The Six of Wands, which for me is a yes card, and the Queen of Swords, who brings clarity. So that's pretty straightforward. He's going to do what he said he was going to do. There will be some clarity to some of maybe the things that have been redacted in the past, and perhaps that these will come out. I'm being drawn to this. I'm being drawn to this little black part here and all of this white. Like mostly, like 90%, like 99%. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if there was a little something, but a great deal more information than there has been in the past, for sure. Okay, and then I was curious about whether or not part of what will be revealed will be the multiple shooters. So, looking at that, I had the Eight of Wands, I had Strength, I had the Ten of Coins. It was a lot of cards that came, again with the multiple shooters, and the Four of Swords. And this being your Grassy Knoll. Check it. Grassy Knoll. With these two cards, right, there were multiple shots. Which means, of course, that there had to have been more than one person. And there'll be new information about that coming. This can be about a withholding, but I'm seeing it as this information coming in, and maybe about things that were found in the hospital. That's kind of what I'm seeing. You know, something about maybe his dead body, giving some new information as well. Maybe that being verified with, I think there were issues with the coroners and things like that. I don't know a great deal about this subject, which makes this a good fair reading. But yeah, okay. So we're having a confirmation there that it's looking like information about that will come out, and it will be new information perhaps about what was going on in the hospital with his body. Now, so that means that we have multiple parties involved, right, in this actual shooting. So will it be revealed who this third party involvement is? That was the next question that I had, and I got Temperance in reverse, the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Hangman. I'm just looking around, making sure. I think that was all there was that was involved there. The one thing that I do want to say, when we get to the end of the board, you'll see that all 4 5s are on the board. And 5s are about change. So definitely something will be different. All right, so the third party, will that come to light? So what I'm seeing here with the idea of whether or not these third parties are going to be revealed, I'm seeing that there's going to be some frustration involved with what is released, like only partially, and that there's things that are going to be a struggle to get forward. Like, this is going to be vague. The one thing that is interesting to me, that the 2 people that flank either side here, they're both upside down. Now this card is upright, but it's odd that they're both in the upside down position. And both of these suns here are attracting me too. So I think this is talking about the information. It's going to take some struggle, right? It's going to take some work involved in getting more clarity here, because I'm just really kind of focused on how the 2 cups are still behind him. And, we've got the 2 cups being spilled here, since they're upside down. Like, this information that we're going to get, some of it, it is definitely still going to require some effort to get more. But there will be some enlightenment. Maybe not. Maybe what I'm getting is, like, maybe for people that are new to the subject, they may get some enlightenment, right? But people that are experienced with the subject, I'm seeing that they're going to be a little frustrated over what is revealed or redacted or not said, or so not totally satisfying on the third party involvement. Now, when I asked about the third party involvement, is there someone involved, right? Obviously, we have a yes on that. So I wanted to know whether or not it was a government that was involved, or an organization, or both. And these are the cards that I drew when I focused on a government involvement. We had the Hermit, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Wands in reverse. So I had laid out the rules that Russia would be the Emperor and the USA would be the Justice card. So I'm not seeing any kind of direct link to that, as far as they're not willing to say, hey, yeah, that was one or the other of these. So the message that we did get with this, the Hermit, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Wands in reverse. So the King of Wands in reverse would be, it would be about arrogance and making rash decisions, like the plan did not go well. So something about this third party involvement, this looking back to the past with these actions. And here we had earlier the 8 of Wands as being the indicator of multiple shots being fired. So there was something else that was involved here. And it could be that what we're looking at will be, he's looking within. So they're not pointing the finger at any one country's government here, but it is almost as if there's going to be a revealing of some mistakes, I think is what I'm going to say. And, this guy's in reverse. The plan didn't go well. So maybe some actions that they didn't take, or they dropped the ball, that's going to be revealed. And I think obviously that'll be our government that dropped that ball, not necessarily the Russian government that dropped that ball. So maybe they didn't do all they could have, should have, to protect him. So some embarrassment, I believe, is what we're going to find in these papers. So then I asked the question, this third party involvement, was it an organization? The mafia, deep state, these are my suggestions. And what I got were 2 more 5s. The 5 of coins and the 5 of swords. The 2 of swords. I'm going to push those up there. The 2 of swords and the 3 of swords. So we have the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the Queen of Swords up here in the beginning. So this is going to tell me in this Page of Swords. This is going to tell me that this is linked to that information from that very beginning, the clarity, right? So when I'm asking about other party involvements, the 2 cards that I had were the Chariot for the Mafia and the Hierophant for the Deep State. We didn't get any of those cards. So again, not willing to point a finger at any one group. But when I look at this, these cards are also what came out. The 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Star also came out when I asked about these other groups, the Deep State, and the 10 of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. This is telling me that he was desired to not be in the picture anymore. It was desirable by these organizations, some organization, to have him removed by any means. So they had this plan to do that. Now, who they are, I'm not seeing an indication. No direct finger pointing. Of the parties that I asked about anyway. So that just tells me that there's going to be some revelations, maybe the ability to put some like 2 and 2 together is what I'm getting. That there's going to be some clarity about the situation of his removal. I'm going to go with that. Clarity of the situation of his removal. All right. Well, that's what I have for the JFK files. Thanks for watching.